Hello, we're at the venue. We're going to start our first round of debate in the knockout rounds.
What's up? What's up? We are competing for therapy.
Third speaker. First speaker.
Yes, wish us
second
luck,
speaker.
everybody. It's
Look
going to
at
be a vlog.
this.
It's going to be a
I
vlog.
can't zoom. Yes, it's probably going to be. And we
Are
have
you
two
vlogging
results.
right now?
We have two results.
Hi, I'm Zertong. Ladies, hit me up.
Yeah, I think the opponents are here. Okay, we have won our first match.
And girls
are resting here.
And teacher is scary apparently.
Yes,
Yes.
we won the first one. No. Our second match is 2:30, so hopefully we win.
But that's what I actually try
again.
to do. 我每次我会尽量把
we have finally finished today's debate.
Yeah, and out of 2, how many did we win again? 2.
Yes, sir. All thanks to you know who? Daddy Zert.
Whoa!
With his gaslighting skills that has absolutely gaslighted everybody and risked. Bro, not only did we win the debate, he risked the opposing debaters. So I see it as
I call it
a double win,
charisma.
a win-win for him. So hopefully we win also tomorrow. So let's go. Second day, everyone.
Yo.
Second day.
我们出去要投其他
It's not yet the first match. We are quite nervous. So hopefully we get the dubs today because there's 3 matches today. So yeah. Hopefully we win.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, to reach these kinds of unrealistic beauty standards, to spend money, yes, that improves the economy of the country. But how about those underprivileged people that want to reach these kinds of unrealistic beauty standards but can't afford this? Yes, you might say you can exercise and they can do surgery to reach these kinds of unrealistic beauty standards. But what about those that are born short? They can't grow taller magically, can they? They can't. And you have said that this is 600 million a year is a life-changing sum of money. This money that people spend on plastic surgery can do a lot of things. So if there is not these unrealistic beauty standards, what will, if not for these unrealistic beauty standards, will people spend so much money on these kinds of plastic surgery? They can use that money for other things. They could buy a house, they could buy a car, they could do whatever they want. Why do they spend it on these kinds of plastic surgery? Maybe even changing themselves, buying makeup. Do you know why is that? Because of people like the opposition that wants people to follow these kinds of unrealistic beauty standards. They set these unrealistic beauty standards for people to follow so they can be able to profit from them. All they have been mentioning about is money. What's the amount of money that this unrealistic beauty standard can do for us? Are they promoting capitalism in using unrealistic beauty standards? Do they mean that to reach these kinds of unrealistic beauty standards, everyone has to be as privileged as the opposition did and are able to afford it? Do you know that a plastic surgery average provided by the Korean Plastic Surgery Institute, a plastic surgery averagely costs about 44,000 Malaysian ringgit, and that is around 10 USD. Do you know 44,000 Malaysian ringgit is the median income of an average person? How do you expect a person to spend the entire year, the money that they earn the entire year? No, they don't spend anything, they don't have to eat, they don't have houses, they don't have rent to pay, they don't have anything to pay. They can convert all that money to plastic surgery. Is that what you are suggesting? Because all you have been ranting about is, oh, it can make us money, this money can fix our problems. No, it doesn't. You completely disregarded those that are the less privileged, those minorities that are unable to do what you want just because you want this unrealistic beauty standards. You expect this of some people, but some people can't. And do you know how much problems unrealistic beauty standards could cause to a person? Peer pressure. Our speaker has already stated that. And you said that we didn't provide any statistics. Our first speaker clearly did. Were you listening or not? He has already said 10% of women hurt themselves or suffer from suicidal thoughts. In this world, 10% of them are suffering from this. And just because they are the minority, you think you can disregard them? I don't think so. Just because they're the minority, you think they're not important, they're nothing to you? Just because all you care about is unrealistic beauty standards and the money you can earn from these unrealistic beauty standards, especially from plastic surgery. You have mentioned nothing else other than this. So that is what I would like to say to the first speaker. And the first speaker mentioned, maybe if they exercise, they can get things. But what about those that have tried and failed and tried and failed and tried and failed? Working out isn't working out for them. They work out and it's not working out for them. How about those people? Have they thought of those people? They have tried their best. They have dieted. They have worked. But how about those that are busy? People still need to work. Not everyone is like the opposition team. All they care about is unrealistic beauty standards. There are still people that need to work. They need to earn money. Not spend their time and life and money every day just to reach these kinds of unrealistic beauty standards. That's why we stand strongly against unrealistic beauty standards. And the opposition, please listen carefully to what we will be saying later. And also, I would like to say that even if, okay, unrealistic beauty standards can be a motivation to people, yes, I agree on that. But how about those that are being body shamed due to these kinds of unrealistic beauty standards that you have said? Body shaming is common nowadays due to these unrealistic beauty standards. Without these unrealistic beauty standards, will body shaming exist? The unrealistic beauty standards is the cause of most problems, yes. Because you set these unrealistic beauty standards and you expect them to follow it. You people, opposition team, they are the privileged people. They think that just because they have a slight tad bit of money, they can, oh, I can become beautiful. I want to be beautiful. I just plastic surgery, done, everything done. Everything that's stated is totally not what an average person could do. Look at us. Look at the audience. Look at all of us. Do all of us reach these unrealistic beauty standards? No. But what the opposition team, what the opposition team is saying is that all of us here has to do these kinds of stuff. Exercise. Okay, exercising, I agree on that because we are also supporting health, being healthy. But not plastic surgery and encouraging plastic surgery because it boosts the economy. No. The money people spend on these plastic surgeries can be converted and diverted to do so many other things. Why would they spend it on plastic surgery? If you might say, also they can get pretty privileged. But what if they spend the amount of money they spend on plastic surgery on an education? They could be a doctor, they could be a lawyer, they can earn more money than a model could ever would. So why would you emphasize on this? Why would you emphasize on unrealistic beauty standards all the way? And the first speaker has not given me actually a lot of things to remark to. So I would say this, that the government side will stand strongly against these unrealistic beauty standards. And here I will rest my case.
Now, I would like to call upon the right honorable Prime Minister or honorable Secretary to
No content from us, no content from the government team. Are you sure we don't have any content, or is the content that we provided not what you want to hear because you know we can't respond to that? And do you know, you said that you only have mentioned one point in the debate. So did you. Everything you have been talking about today is money, 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 money. The entire opposition team is the definition of ignorance is bliss. All they do is they are ignorant and they think that money can solve everything. But we have already mentioned examples on how some people could not do it. They say money will flow back to the pockets of the poor. How so? Could you give me an example? You didn't even prove how. Do you know how economy works? Is what they asked me. Apparently they don't know how economy works because money do not flow into pockets magically. Just because, like teenagers, uni students, they don't work. They have to study. How is the money going to come back to them? Money ain't coming back to them anytime soon. They have to take money from their parents. And does the money come back to the parents magically and it just falls from the sky? No! The parents have to work for the money. Everything you have disregarded. Everything about money, you think that money falls from the sky? No, it does not go back to where it becomes. Have you heard of the phrase, the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer? It's what you're encouraging. You're encouraging the rich people to get plastic surgery so they can go because they pay the surgeons and the surgeons are rich. They get money. But how about the poor people? They can't afford it. The poor people, to get these kinds of surgery, yes, they pay the people that already have money, they pay the plastic surgeons. They get poorer just to meet your unrealistic beauty standards. Do they get richer? No, but who gets richer? The surgeons. Surgeons get richer. But how about those that are pressured to get this kind of unrealistic beauty standards? Like to go to get plastic surgery and they spend money. Do they get richer or do they get poorer? Tell me, they get poorer. And if you said that, okay, you said like an example, if you like a banana, eat a banana. What if there's 100 people around you eating apples and you're the only one with a banana and they're laughing at you, mocking you, bullying you? Why are you eating an apple? You're so weak. Will you fall to that? Maybe you will not, but not the most of us. Most of them, we are not able to stand up to these kinds of things. A lot of people crumble. Not everyone is as mentally strong as you, and no one is as ignorant as you to stand with this statement. No one is as ignorant to stand with unrealistic beauty standards as us. We are not as ignorant as you. Everything you care about is unrealistic beauty standards. How to make money, how to capitalize unrealistic beauty standards. Have you given any points on the benefits of unrealistic beauty standards? Yes, money. Everything you said, money, money, money. And everything you have said only benefits the rich. Does it benefit the poor? No, it does not. So, is it still beneficial? And if you said that unrealistic beauty standards can easily available, it can be easily achieved, are they still unrealistic then? They are not unrealistic. So why are you supporting it? You should not be supporting it. Why are you supporting it? I have no idea. And you said you are delusional. You are the delusion. You are the total delusion. The opposition team is a mess of delusion, and they are cherry picking the points that the only points that they have. We, as the government, have everything with us, and everything is against them. But they find those tiny little problems. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack. They're trying to cherry pick these points, and when we come up with the other statements, they don't reply to them. Do you know why? Is that so? Is it so? They can't. They simply just can't. Look at that. They only said we mentioned one point. Did I only mention one point? I've mentioned peer pressure, mental problems, suicides, and all they say is, oh, peer pressure, peer pressure. You only mentioned one point, peer pressure. And I could also say, everything you mentioned about is money. And you said yes, it's optional. Yes, it's optional, and you can get it or not. Then why, if it's optional, yes, then why would you set? Why would you be with these unrealistic beauty standards? Do you mean you set these unrealistic beauty standards, but you don't want people to follow it? Then why would you set it in the first place? And with this, I would say that the government clearly wins this debate, and I will end my case here.
Second round over. No, first round of second day over. How's everything?
I lost my style.
Yes.
Why you yes this?
What, we
Why
lost?
you yes my style?
What did we lose? No, we didn't
I
lose.
think I lost my style. Not that terrifying anymore.
No, but you set a halfway. Set a halfway.
He was
for all
really
of
great,
us.
you know.
Oh, no, not me.
Firstly, I would like to bring up that the third speaker has mentioned that we are off topic, that human trafficking and drug trafficking are not related to international adoption. How is it not? Do you know how many due to international adoptions, how many people have used the excuse of international adoption and legally traffic humans and traffic drugs? Yes, they said, yes, they adopt children from countries that have a lot of orphans that think they're going to a better place. Yes, because international adoption allows for it. That's why they take advantage of the system. They take advantage of the kids that are in poverty, like mentioned by the opposition. Those kids from Afghanistan, they have nothing to lose. They thought, wow, international adoption, I can go to another country, I can get a better life. But no, they are thrown into a drug ring. They are trafficked. They are used for slave work, and it's all under the name of international adoption. Because if international adoption is allowed, it's not prohibited. What is going to stop these people from using any means possible to traffic humans? Yes, you might say, even if we prohibit international adoption, yes, trafficking can happen, drug trafficking can still happen. But is it easier for it to happen? No. It is going to be harder for it to happen if it's being prohibited, if it's allowed. If international adoption is not prohibited, people can easily use this international adoption as a way, as a medium, as an excuse to say that I would like to adopt this kid, and the kid does not know anything. They agree to the terms, and when they find out the truth, they are doomed. They are totally shunted, and they have nothing. They can do nothing in a foreign country, and maybe they will even die because no one cares about them there. The opposition keeps on telling us that we are lying, and that's because they can't see the real truth. It's what we are saying are not lies. It's just the ugly truth of the world, and the opposition is not willing to accept that. And that's the truth. Deep down, yes, they have said racism, the amount of racism in the United States have decreased. But are they eradicated? Are they gone? Racism still exists. They will still be discriminated by some people, even if not all. And wouldn't that hurt them as well? just because the amount of racism is reduced, does that mean they won't be hurt? And also, they mentioned that providing asylum to those Afghans, they are also going to another country. Isn't that like contradicting myself? No, they're going together. They're going as a team together. A group of people are provided asylum. They will be together. They will have united there. They will have each other, even if they are facing they're facing this kind of racism, but they have each other in hard times. Even when they're alone, they will have friends from their own culture, from their own country that they know and hold dear to themselves. They will have these people to support them, even if the outsiders don't. If they are internationally adopted, yes, they might have the love from their parents, but how about the views of the other people? Yes, parents, you might say parents' love is the most important one, but getting discriminated is also a main cause of mental health. And since international adoption is so good, since you claim that international adoption helps people blossom, why are there so few and yet heavily publicized articles, and you did not provide an example or article about international adoption being well, and you accuse us of not providing any examples? You did not provide any examples as well. International adoption has only proved time and time again that it's a failing alternative system, as opposed by the opposition team, because they fail to see the ugly truth of this international adoption. All they see is the benefits. They only want to reap the benefits from international adoption, and they do not see the bad. They only cherry pick the goods and they discard the bad just for themselves. And yet the opponents remain blinded and standing on a dying machine that is international adoption. And that will be the end of my speech. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody of the floor today, be it the audience, adjudicators, opponents, teammates, timekeepers. Now, what the opposition team has stated, I believe, is what everybody believes international adoption is. It's a very clear image of what everybody has of international adoption. And everybody today hearing this debate, you might just be at a loss. Why is the government against something which is otherwise, well, positive? Not just opposition. A lot of us, we mistake and we leave out the most important thing of all. Something I call human nature. Human nature, which includes racism and discrimination. Now, I just want everybody, if you could, close your eyes and think. When you think of an African child, think of the African child. Now think of a Chinese child. Can you tell me for sure these two people look exactly the same? Exactly. And that's where this comes in. If you could already tell the difference in race just by closing your eyes, what will you think of them when their eyes are open? And you might say, no, I am not racist. I am equal to them. I treat them with respect and care. Kudos to you. You've done the right thing. You're morally just. But human nature comes in here. You might say that, okay, that's the case for yourself, but can you please tell me if that's the case for society? If that's the case for the majority of society? Now, think again. A child from a war-torn country, like we have stated. A war-torn country, in Afghanistan, the African republics. Imagine a child in a Malaysian school. First day he enters, he's jeered upon. He's laughed at. You don't have parents. You don't have rights. Why is your skin color different than mine? You might think that this seems so distant. It's distant to you, but it's prevalent to all forms of life. Now, in another note, you might ask, where is this all leading? Well, I just raised one question. Yes, international adoption, as they stated, is meant to help. At least that's the idea of it. That's what we've been taught to think about international adoption. But how are we sure that it's for sure the best way for them? I'm not stating that there's some other ways. I'll get into that later. But here's the question. How are you sure that that's the best way in the terms of they won't be as unhappy as they was in their own country? Meaning, if they come here, can you guarantee that they'll have a better life? Now, this may seem like a stretch to most of you, but please, I would like to ask you something. One, you're stuck in somewhere, hell on earth, but you have one thing all humans need to survive. from people in the same situation like you. People understand you. People accept you for who you are. Now, different scenario. You're adopted somewhere else. Everything has changed. Nobody knows for sure the terrors you see. Nobody knows what it's like to live on the blade of a sword. Nobody knows what it's like to almost lose their life. Nobody knows what it's like to lose family, to lose friends, to watch them die, to fall to the ground, blood spilled in front of their eyes. We will never know. Please.
So you're suggesting that they follow their friends and die together?
No. In a way, it might seem like I'm suggesting that exactly. But as my second speaker stated, there's something what we call neutral zones, or otherwise zones that are not meant for war. Now you might argue, oh, they don't have the facilities, they don't have the infrastructure as needed or as provided in our countries. But let me ask you one thing. Would you rather live in a country where you are mocked at, but you have good food? Or would you rather live in a country where you have compassion, where you have friends, where you have people who can understand you? For me, suddenly everything doesn't seem so bad. Suddenly I see hope. Suddenly I see light in my life. And everything boils down to one thing: human nature. It is human nature to understand those who are in the same mortal peril as us, and to not understand, and to misunderstand people who come from different backgrounds. It's simple. It's very simple. I can tell you one thing: a child, for instance, right now, a war victim walks in. Can you for sure tell me what he's been through? Can you for sure tell me what he is going to go through? You can say everything you want, but he will tell you some different things, some interesting things. Now, human nature aside, there's one thing we need to address. Now, the system of international adoption has been viewed as glorious and righteous. No. They have stated, yes, they are actually foundations to help with international adoption. But there's not like there's only one way to do a thing. For example, there's not only one pen to write a sentence, a paragraph. Similar, there's more than one way to adopt a child. Adopt a child from a different country. And this is where the loopholes show their true ugly nature. From illegal methods, yes, please.
Do you aware that all the points that you've been saying is actually the reason why international adoption exists?
Yes, this is why international adoption exists, but this is also the reason why it should not exist. And I will answer this question further on. But to let everybody know the severity of the situation, illegal methods, they will definitely not be on the news. They definitely will not be advertised, well, on a telegraph pole or something. I believe, no, it is the nature of the world. Evil will find you when you're most vulnerable, when you're on your knees. For example, when you're in need of money, they will come to you, tell you, I'll give you money, just adopt somebody. And what do they want them for? Stated, drug mules. Swallowing condoms filled with 15 grams of pure cocaine. They're shipped to borders. What happens? There are only two. One, they survive child abandonment. Nobody will care for them anymore. And they are lost in the country, foreign to them. No rights. Nothing to help them. Second, they die. Why? First off, during transportation, if a single sachet bursts, a child will die. 15 grams of pure cocaine or even more. It cripples their system. They go into cardiac arrest, they go into stroke. And besides, after the laxatives have failed, what do you think will happen? Do you think they'll let perfectly good drugs go to waste? No. They split open their stomachs, they dig it out, and then they repack it and sell it. You might think like this is a stretch, but this is what is happening. This is reality. You are ignoring that. And now, for the solution. There's no true solution to everything I have just stated. You might say, then why are you pointing this out? But it's true. The only true solution is world peace. It cannot be decided by me. It definitely cannot be decided by you. World peace is something that has been sought after since the dawn of humanity, since the dawn of civilization. A unifying goal where everybody lives under one banner. It's a glorious one. It's one we all live. It's one we all strive for. For now, it remains a distant utopia. And the opposition or the government, we cannot do that on our own. We cannot stand on world peace alone. Nobody, not one mere mortal can do it. And with that, I end my case by asking everybody one question. Do you opt for a choice with more empathy, or do you opt for a choice that is inhumane? And with that, I end my case.
Okay. We lost our semi-finals match,
But-
unfortunately. Wait, who do we lose to? Where are the people that defeated us? Oh, they are gone.
But yet,
They defeated us just now. The one at the back.
hi.
Say hi. They defeated us, so it's quite sad lah.
But
Okay.
to be honest, it's because of our own power, not enough.
Yeah, nah, and this is the other team. Hi, say hi. Hi.
We're from.
We lost to them. That's unfortunate. We will meet them again soon, and hopefully we will win next
Yeah,
time.
we're going to state, by the way.
My bag. Okay, we lost the semi-finals, but we qualified for states.
Yes, so that
Qualified. Woo!
W, that's a huge W, okay?
Yes, and luckily it did not clash with my global rounds.
Yes. The haters, by the way. If you think that you could do better, then welcome, go there.
Okay, based opinion.
Go!
Oh.
Then you go!
Okay.